What's up guys, welcome to Graphic Designer Pro. In this episode of Tool Time, we'll be looking at the Type tool in Adobe Illustrator. And if you want to follow along, then you can download a free template file for this lesson from the description below. Okay, I'll pass you over to our lead designer Rory, who will show you how it works.
Thanks Ross. So jumping straight into our template file, we can start by grabbing the Type tool over on the left hand side. The keyboard shortcut is T, and we can start using this by doing one of two things. If I simply click once, that's going to create some lorem ipsum text here. Now this is just dummy text for anyone who's not familiar with it, and if I simply start typing, that's going to replace it. So by clicking once, if I just continue to type here, this is just going to continue on a single line unless I hit enter and we can drop onto another line. So I'm just going to type out this text here. If I go back to my selection tool, you can see across the top in my control panel and over on the right hand side in my properties panel, we have some text formatting options. If you don't have these, you can simply go to window, and down here we have control, and that's going to enable the control panel, and further down we have properties, which is going to open a properties panel. So I can scale this by simply dragging the bounding box handles here. By just clicking and dragging, I can skew this. If I hold shift, that's going to lock the aspect ratio to scale this proportionately, and I can reposition this as well. If I just double click on the text, we're going to go back into our Type tool and we can make adjustments to individual characters or words as well by clicking and dragging and selecting them. I'm just going to drop the text over 3 lines here. If I press Command A, that's going to select it all, and I can go up and change the typeface. So I'm going to select Helvetica in this case. You'll see across the top here we also have some paragraph options, so I'm just going to go ahead and center this. I'm going to go over to my properties panel now, and if I click the 3 dots under character, that's going to give us a few more formatting options here. So I can still adjust things like the text size from this area as well. I can also adjust the line spacing, so I'm just going to drop this down. I can change the font as well on only the selected text, and I can also do things like change the fill color over in my properties as well. If I just select the S and T, we also have things like superscript down at the bottom. We have some different icons here. So if I select that, that's going to make this text slightly smaller and push it up. I can also adjust things like the kerning, which is the spacing between individual characters. So I can pull the S and T closer to the 1. I also have some preset values here that I can select. I'm going to select the word place. I can make this all caps, and I could equally adjust the tracking, which is the spacing of characters within this entire word. And I also have things like strike through and understrike options down at the bottom as well. So there's plenty of formatting options to choose from here. So that's just one example. Now, if I go back to my Type tool, again, T on the keyboard, I can also click and drag, and that's going to actually create a text box. Now it's going to remember the formatting that we used last time. So in this case, I'm just going to press I on my keyboard and I drop the formatting from the text on the left hand side just for this example. And what I'm actually going to do is just delete this text within here, and I'm going to go up to Type and down to this option that says fill with placeholder text. Now that's just going to fill up this text box with dummy text. And what happens if I try to resize this text box with my selection tool is the text won't scale, but instead the text box will resize and the text within it is going to change to fit within the box. If I make this text box too small, we get a small plus symbol sitting in the bottom right hand side. I can click that and then create a new text box, and they are going to be linked. So if I resize one of them, the text is going to flow into the next box. So this is quite a useful feature, and I can always format this text as well to my liking. The last thing I'm going to look at is creating outlined text. So again, I'm just going to click once here, just going to type out the word type. We'll make this bold and we'll make this much bigger for this example. So again, just with my selection tool, I can right click on this and you can see we have an option that says create outlines, or I can go up to type, create outlines, or you can see the keyboard shortcut is Shift Command O or Shift Control O on a PC. And basically this allows us to convert this text into vector outlines here, and I can basically edit this as I would be able to edit any other vectors. So with my direct selection tool, I can make some adjustments to these characters, and this is a great way to make custom typography in Adobe Illustrator. So that's it for an overview of the type tool in Adobe Illustrator.
If you want to learn more about graphic design, we've created a free 1-hour training where you'll discover the top 5 secrets of successful designers, which saves you the hassle of having to figure it all out for yourself. We'll be showing you how to immerse yourself in the sector you're designing for, creative thinking and how to spark creativity, what good composition is and how you can achieve it in your designs, how to pick the right colours for your designs, and how to pick the right typefaces for your projects. So if you're serious about leveling up your design skills, then make sure to sign up for the next free webinar. Space is limited and these events always fill up fast because they're significantly better than the information others charge you for. And ours is free. The link is in the description, you're not going to want to miss it. I'll see you there.